This is a place for those who seek clarity, who desire growth, and who walk with purpose. Welcome to this sanctuary where your light is honored, and the power of God's protection surrounds you. Evil has no place here. Here you are safe, seen, and loved. Nothing meant to harm you can cross this threshold. Have you ever felt like you've got a target on your back? Like, no matter where you turn, the attacks keep coming, relentless, as if the universe is daring you to crumble? It's as if people, situations, and even unseen forces are aiming at your heart, hoping to bring you down. But why? Why does it feel like the more you try to rise, the more they aim to knock you down? Is it because you're different? Because your spirit, your light, your essence stands out in ways that make others uncomfortable? There are times when you feel like the weight of the world is pressing against your chest, and you wonder, why me? Why does it feel like life has set traps for you, like others are waiting, watching, hoping you'll fall? They think they've figured you out, think they can control your destiny. But what they fail to realize is that you aren't walking this path alone. You are guided, protected, held by a force far greater than they can comprehend. Have you noticed that when they throw stones, you don't just dodge them, you rise above? They set traps, but somehow you manage to keep walking, stepping over their pitfalls, moving with a quiet strength they can't understand. And that frustrates them. They want you to stumble, but instead, you soar. Does their anger make you question yourself? Do you sometimes wonder why people seem to go out of their way to hurt you, sabotage you, or pull you into their chaos? The truth is, it's not about you. It's about them. It's about their insecurities, their fears, their inability to face their own shortcomings. But instead of looking inward, they project their darkness onto you. But here's the secret. Their attacks are only a reflection of their own pain, their anger, their bitterness. It's all misplaced. It has nothing to do with your worth, and everything to do with their inability to stand in the light you so effortlessly carry. And yet, even knowing that, the weight of their attacks can be overwhelming, can't it? Their arrows may be aimed at your heart, but they will always miss. Because what they don't realize is that your heart is protected, not by man, but by God Himself. The truth is, they've been tricked. They've been led down a path where the devil whispers lies into their ears, convincing them that your light is dangerous to them, that your goodness, your heart of gold, is something to be feared. They look at you and see not the purity of your spirit, but a threat. Why? Because the enemy knows the power you carry. He knows the light you possess has the potential to shatter the darkness they've been living in. So, he turns them against you. He feeds their insecurities, their fears, and their jealousy. He makes them believe that your light is the reason for their discomfort, that you are the one causing their pain. They don't see that their suffering is self-inflicted, born from the lies they've chosen to believe. They don't understand that it's not your light that's the problem. It's the darkness in their own hearts that can't bear to see you shine. And so they attack. They gossip, they scheme, they plot. They set traps, hoping you'll fall. But every time, it backfires. Every time they aim at your heart, it misses. Every time they try to bring you down, you rise higher, and they don't understand why. They're confused, angry, and bitter. The devil whispers in their ear, telling them it's your fault, that you're the one to blame. that if you weren't there, if your light wasn't shining so brightly, their lives would be easier. They think their suffering is because of you, and in their blindness, they keep coming after you. But you must know this. It's not about you. It was never about you. They are lost in a web of deception, spun by the enemy who delights in their confusion. They can't see the truth yet. Maybe one day they will, when the scales fall from their eyes, and they realize it wasn't you they were fighting. It was their own darkness all along. You have to protect your heart of gold. God needs it. The world needs it. Your light is a beacon in a world drowning in shadows, and that's why it's so fiercely attacked. If the enemy could destroy you, he would, but he can't, because your heart is protected by something far greater than anything they throw your way. God knows your purpose, and he will not let evil win. But imagine, just for a moment, what life would be if evil did win, if darkness covered the earth, if the hearts of the kind, the compassionate, and the good were extinguished. It would be a world where cruelty thrives, where people are driven by fear and hatred, where manipulation and deceit are the currency, and love is seen as weakness. Can you picture that world? A place where hope no longer exists, where people only look out for themselves, and where the strong prey on the weak without consequence? That's what the enemy wants. He wants a world where your light is snuffed out, where your heart of gold is tarnished, where your spirit is crushed. But God will not allow it. He has placed his protection over you, and every attack, every scheme, will only serve to elevate you further. The devil may think he's winning, but in the end, every attempt to harm you will fall flat. They don't understand it yet, but someday they will. And until then, you must keep your heart pure, your light bright. Because God needs you. The world needs you. And no matter how hard they try, no matter how many traps they set, you will continue to rise. The darkness will never overcome the light. You, the chosen ones, who walk with divine purpose, face this energy more often than most. Their anger, their frustration, isn't a reflection of who you are. It's a reflection of everything they struggle with within themselves. They set their traps, convinced that you'd fall. In their mind, you were supposed to be an easy target. They underestimated the power of divine protection that surrounds you. They thought they could manipulate your path, influence your choices, and weave you into their toxic web. But here's the truth. The chosen ones are never truly alone. You are covered by something much greater than their schemes. You didn't just step over their traps, you soared above them. Their anger is misplaced. It's not because you've wronged them. It's because they tried to bring you down, and they failed. They're upset not because of your actions, but because their plans fell apart. In their eyes, you were supposed to crumble under the pressure. You were supposed to lose your footing. But instead, you stood firm, grounded in your divine purpose. They underestimated your strength, your resilience. That's the thing about being chosen. You're not easily shaken. Your faith, your focus, your alignment with something far beyond what they understand, makes you untouchable in ways they could never comprehend. When they see you rising above, it frustrates them. They threw roadblocks in your way, yet you kept moving forward. They thought they could limit you, but you showed them that your limits are defined by God, not by man. They whisper in the shadows, setting traps in the workplace, within families, in friendships. They think if they pull enough strings, you'll be entangled in their mess. They expect you to get caught up in gossip, drama, and schemes. They want you to fall to their level, but you rise above. Your soul refuses to engage with the petty, with the low vibrations. And when you refuse to take their bait, when you keep your peace, it only makes them angrier. Their anger grows because in every moment of your strength, you hold up a mirror to their weakness. It's not just that you avoided their traps. It's that by doing so, you exposed their immaturity. They wanted to control your story, but your truth is more powerful than their manipulation. Without even confronting them directly, you revealed them for who they truly are. Your success, your integrity, shines a light on their darkness. And it's a truth they are unwilling to face. Every time you rise, every time you take a step forward, it's a reminder to them of their own failure. Their traps can't touch you because your steps are guided by a higher power, and they know it. That's why their frustration festers. You represent everything they wish they could be. Strong, unshakable, and divinely protected. There are people in your life who have lashed out, hurled accusations, or spread rumors. But when you take a step back, you realize you did nothing to deserve it. Their anger wasn't about you. It was about them. They are disgusted by their own failures, haunted by their own insecurities. But instead of facing themselves, they project that onto you. They make you the villain in a story where they are the ones responsible for their misery. Remember when they said you'd never make it, that you'd crumble after leaving that toxic situation? They were so sure you'd fail, convinced you couldn't succeed without them. But look at you now. You found peace, joy, and success. Meanwhile, they're still stuck in the same bitterness they tried to drown you in. Now, their anger isn't because of anything you did, it's because you proved them wrong. Their envy is a reflection of everything they wish they could be, but they refuse to do the inner work to get there. This kind of anger, this misplaced frustration, it stems from a deep-rooted envy. They see you walking in your purpose while they stumble in confusion. They are angry because your very existence, your light, is a constant reminder of their own failures. They thought they were the ones in control, but now they see that they were never truly in charge.